Alright, what is up YouTube? It is Psychedelic Scizor, and I am here with my Week 4 team builder for the GSDL, against, I know what team I'm facing, who's the player I'm facing? Great start, Aenzo. So, currently, Aenzo is first place in the league right now, got the best record and the best differential. I was tied with him record, but he has better differential than I do because he's dominated first 2 weeks, whereas I kind of just snuck by first 2 weeks. And he has got a very threatening team. Let's go over this, and you'll see why he is first in the league. He has Kyurem Black, Entei, Galvantula, Nidoqueen, Sigilif, Quagsire, Klefki, Tornadus Therian, Virizion, Rampardos, and Mega Scizor. Two things primarily that stand out to you are Mega Scizor and Kyurem Black. Kyurem Black is currently second in the league. Well, it's tied for the most kills in the league. It just has one more death than the first place Mon, and he's been able to utilize Kyurem very effectively with Mega Scizor being able to bring it in very safely with U-turns. I mean, he has done an excellent job building around Kyurem Black. Tornadus is able to pivot things in. Nidoqueen breaks things. I mean, he has so many breakers, and Galvantula is nice for setting up webs for Kyurem. I mean, he has built this drive around Kyurem excellently. That said, this is probably the hardest matchup I have had to build for, and I'm going to have to build for. It was tough against Rar. I would say that was definitely second, but if I'm able to come out of this unscathed, I think there's a chance of me going undefeated in the league. There's always a chance for stuff to happen. I've gotten lucky a couple times, so I probably won't. But as far as getting in my opinion, my two toughest matches out of the way early, if I'm able to go 1-1 in my two toughest matches, like I'm kind of golden. I just didn't need to go and leave my first few weeks with a losing record and trying to come back. So that said, talking about how bad the matchup is, I actually feel confident that I have managed to devise a team crazy enough that it can work. So, I'm just kind of hoping he's not bringing webs. I have answers for it if he is, but this team is built very much to take on Kyurem and to handle webs a little bit. Mostly to take on Kyurem, use my own webs, and beat him down because his only hazard removal, while it is very good, it is Mega Scizor, but when you only have one hazard removal, it is very easy to build your team to pressure that Mon, and every Mon on this team can put a huge dent in Mega Scizor, as well as hurt Kyurem in some fashion. And we're making the season debut of my free agent pickup. If I didn't tell you guys about that, I didn't. I ended up dropping Combuskin and picking up Shuckle. Ah, boy. I love this Mon. It will not die to one hit, just straight up. It won't. And that's not even just because it's sturdy. It is a sturdy Mon. It also gets Stealth Rock and Sticky Web, and that's all it does, but it does it so excellently because you cannot kill it. Running Mental Herb to ensure that I get up to Sticky Web. I am probably almost guaranteed to lead off with Shuckle. Like, with Mental Herb, I get off the Sticky Web no matter what. And Knockoff and Toxic, I might not be clicking these, but I mean, they're options there. They're my best options to fill out the moveset. Especially defensive to take a hit from Kyurem better. And yeah, this thing can probably switch and set up Sticky Webs a couple times, especially if it doesn't taunt me. And my whole goal is to utilize this team and utilize Sticky Webs to beat him down, to not let his Kyurem do anything. And first off, one way to abuse this is Mega Medicham, Bullet Punch, High Jump Kick, Zen Headbutt, and Fire Punch. Fire Punch will cleanly OHKO even a pretty physically bulky Mega Scizor. And High Jump Kick and Zen Headbutt kill everything else. Bullet Punch is nice because it'll hit Kyurem even if, say, he has Sticky Webs up and I don't. And it's just good priority for his team. Mega Medicham under a Sticky Web is very scary. This is set to outspeed a max speed, jolly or timid Kyurem. So if we're both under Sticky Web or neither of us are, I will outspeed and kill it 100% of the time unless he's like Scarf or something like that. If he is, good on him. But actually that'll help my team out if he's locked into a move, because I have mons that can take individual hits from him. I just can't take them switching up moves. I'm mostly afraid of a life orb set, you know? And so I'm just going to use this thing to just try and punch holes in his team, kick holes in his team, headbutt holes in his team. Um, and this is going to be very important for me. I need to play this guy well. He doesn't have any ghosts, which is very helpful, meaning I can spam high jump kick. I don't have to be afraid of it. I can spam high jump kick. And next is actually my best defensive answer to Kyurem is an Assault Vested Tentacruel with max physical defense. This means that I can take both an Earth Power and a Fusion Bolt on both sides. Like I can take it on both sides. Although the Fusion Bolt is kind of a roll if he's like really maxed out. I take this better than if I was Wakan Berry and then specially defensive. This is just the best set. Rapid Spin, HP Fire, Icy Wind, and Scald. Rapid Spin and Scald are kind of obvious. Those are on every set, but HP Fire is for the Scizor because I want everything to be able to not just let Scizor come in for free. Like, it'll still eat this. This will be far from OHKOing Scizor, but it will put in good damage against Scizor. And Icy Wind is actually going to be since my whole theme is slowing his team down and then beating it. The one thing that isn't affected by sticky webs is Tornadus. That hits Tornadus super effectively, but more primarily, this thing can slow down Tornadus so that my Medicham can come in and kill it, because it cannot take a hit from Mega Medicham. It just can't. I fully expect Tornadus to come because that mod handles webs and Medicham very well because it just outspeeds it and hurricanes it. But this is my best defensive answer. And it's just a good mod in general. Liquid Ooze in case I get like Giga Drained or something, you know, no really other ability makes sense, to be honest. And that's that mod. And next is Heatran with Choppleberry. Enough speed to guarantee that I outspeed Scizor no matter what. Lava Plume, Flash Cannon, Earth Power, Will-O-Wisp. Choppleberry is to take a superpower from from Mega Scizor and then respond with a Lava Plume. So even if I'm slower, I can still take that. Flash Cannon is going to hit Kyurem pretty hard, although it's not going to knock it out. Earth Power is some other good coverage. It hits Nidoqueen, it hits Entei, and Will-O-Wisp is just going to be kind of nice if I need to on the Scizor. Although I don't know why I wouldn't Lava Plume it, but we'll see what the situation is. Will-O-Wisp was my best last move. And second to finally, is another, second week in a row now I'm bringing a Dragon Dancing Salamence with Expert Belt. This hits the same speed benchmark that Medicham does. It'll outspeed Kyurem. I can Dragon Dance up, and if I am able to get Dragon Dance up, I actually clean up his team pretty well, because the only Mon that really is... Actually, the only problem with his draft, he has an extremely potent offensive draft. It is almost impossible to handle it defensively. But a setup like a Dragon Dancer, something that's fast and hits hard, he doesn't handle opposing offense very well because his offense isn't actually super fast, and it's kind of dependent on Mega Scizor priority and sticky webs. And so, actually, talking about taking advantage of Mega Scizor, especially with Intimidate, this Mon is able to set up and abuse Mega Scizor. If he wants to bring this in and really tries to use it as kind of a dominating Mon, as it has been used the last few weeks, like that has been just a god Mon. He has used it excellently. Like, I totally throw my hats off to him. It's excellent. But this thing, especially with Intimidate, it sets up all over its face and then it kills it. This coverage will kill everything on his team. Everything. And I'm confident that this is my way of winning. And finally, what I have is a specially defensive Leftovers Electros, Volt Switch, Thunderwave, Dragon Pulse, and Flamethrower. Obviously, Flamethrowers for Mega Scizor and Dragon Pulses for Kyurem. But the bigger thing, the reason I'm not running Assault Vest, because I will almost always be running Assault Vest unless I'm running this move, to be honest, is Thunderwave. Because You've heard me stress this enough during this team builder. I want to slow his team down, but sticky webs will not slow down Tornadus. So I want to have this be my answer to Tornadus. I want to Thunderwave it. He's probably going to want to knock me off because that's always the very tempting thing to do, or something like that. I want to Thunderwave it, and then Volt Switch out on it. Electros is primarily here to just eat a hit or two and Thunderwave something important. Like, that's kind of just its job. I don't care if it does nothing else. It comes in, it survives one hit, gets off Thunderwave, and then dies. That's its job. This thing needs to Thunderwave something. So despite the really tough matchup, I actually feel like this is a very winnable matchup just because he has a very good draft, but it does have one flaw, and it doesn't handle being slower. It basically doesn't handle their offense well, and I built this entire draft to abuse that. I want to out-offense his offense, and I feel like I'm able to do that with just enough defensive answers. This is actually a fairly bulky team. Like, I'm using bulky offense that's going to slow him down. I mean, think Sticky Web, Icy Wind, Thunderwave, also set up to be faster. I got priority here. The only thing that isn't really based around speed is Heatran, and this is just kind of fast. So, I am extremely excited for this match, although Week 3 literally just started at the time of recording this, so it might be a little bit until I battle this, unfortunately, because he still has to do his Week 3 battle, and then he has to prep for me. So, it might be a little bit, but I am extremely excited for this one. Extremely excited, extremely excited. I apologize, that was obnoxious. So, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and do what you do with YouTube videos. And I'm going to get out of here and see you guys later.